Welcome to Count Stackula on YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in to another one of my videos. So today we are taking a look at some of the US Mint Morgan and Peace silver dollar releases from 2021 and the new 2023. We're also going to do a little unboxing and talk about some of the upcoming US Mint releases. Let's get into it. All right, so let's start this video off with a little unboxing. It's just one piece. I was going to hold back and wait until I got this, the next round of US Mint coins, but you know, and they'll be coming really soon, but that would be another week or so. So I just got this in the mail, and let's take a look at it. It's yeah, that's what I thought it was. It's another Rwanda coin, and we'll just briefly talk about this. All right, so, all right, I have mixed feelings about this because it's an anniversary coin, which, as you can see, we have 2008 to 2023. So it's commemorating the 15th release of this series. And what does it say? Yeah, it says 15th Anniv, abbreviated. Now, I actually have the full series of the African wildlife all the way back to the gorilla, but I have the proof version, and so I guess I was excited to get this. One of the reasons why this coin was really hot back then is because it did have like a low mintage. It was the first in the series. Obviously, firsts in series are always very popular, and you know, the Rwanda coins have done very well over the years and been gaining popularity, and for good reason, because their designs are just pretty great. They're good quality. But to do an anniversary release instead of just going on with the series, I think it was a mistake, because you know, it kind of takes away from the value a little bit of the original release, because even though those are really impossible to find these days on eBay, even, you know, you're not going to get like the original BU. These are like impossible to find. You can occasionally find proofs, and they did do a few privies, and there's a few gilded versions around that all go for insane prices, but yeah, the BU is very scarce. So I guess in that respect, it's cool to have this, but knowing that it's just kind of like a restrike in a lot of ways detracts from the overall appeal to me as a long-term collector of these coins. So, but it was something that, you know, I'm adding to the stack for sure. I just got one because I don't think it's going to do very well. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, I mean, if they're already kind of repeating coins from the series, it doesn't really bode well. I mean, it's only 15 releases, and it's not like you know, a lunar series. So why are they repeating it? Why are we even having an anniversary to celebrate the 15th year of this series? It just seems peculiar to me. They could have just chose another animal for 2023 and gone with that, but you know, it's just one for the collection. So let's get that out of here and talk about the real deal. So on one of my last videos, I opened up the 2023 Morgan and Peace uncirculated silver dollars, and you know, these are always fun coins to take a look at. So we'll just quickly dive deep into these releases. But in that video, I was curious to go over some of the previous releases to see if the condition has changed from what I remember. But looking at the 2023, this is the most recent release that we have. This piece dollar has, it's looking very good. I haven't found any issues with this coin, and it looks like it was overall, a good strike, and a lot of people did get good piece dollars. On the other hand, the Morgan actually had a lot of issues for some strange reason, and I even received one that had a milk spot on it. So, I mean, to me, I don't really care about milk spots too much. I mean, I think if you're paying a premium price for a coin, you should be getting something without defects, but it's kind of like the lottery, I mean, you get what you get. I'm not going to return these coins. I don't care that much. But as you can see, it's like somewhere right over there in the above the R in America. There's a little milk spot, and other than that, it's pretty good, pretty decent coin. I think it's gonna hold its value regardless. But I was curious to see and look back, because I haven't opened up these 2021 releases in quite some time, if they pretty much stayed more or less the same, or if perhaps they've developed milk spots over a couple of years. So let's find out. And I've got a number of them. These are all the 2021s. I picked up I think 3 Philadelphias and 3 Carson. No, is that right? Yeah, 3 piece dollars. Okay, I got 3 piece dollars, 2 Philadelphias, and 3 Carson cities. That was just, I don't know. Instead of getting them all, I should have gotten them all, I suppose. But this is pretty much what happened. So let's take a look at how the piece dollar is. I got none of them graded because I thought at the time that while most of them did not have any milk spots or issues to be concerned about, looking closely at the coins under the scope, I felt that they would probably come back 69s, just because mainly looking at the edge of the coin, the rim, often with this piece dollar, I felt like it was off center, and I didn't know whether the graders were gonna take a point off for an off center strike, which is a very common issue with US Mint coins for whatever reason. So as you can see, it's kind of thicker at the bottom than it is at the top of the edge. And that's, I believe they call that a thinning issue with the coin. So I didn't see any milk spots on that one. There might have been one small one, but I can't say whether or not it had a milk spot 2 years ago. But what we're looking for is like a surprise big ass milk spot because I would have noticed that 2 years ago. And it looks like we got one right there. That's not too big, but it is a milk spot, and I don't think that was there 2 years ago. So it looks like there might be some long-term condition issues. So I bet you a lot of coins that get graded immediately after going to the mint will later on end up getting milk spots, even if they have a 70, and then you've got a milk spotted 70, which, really kind of sucks, to be honest. But it happens. It definitely happens. All right, so we've looked through all the piece dollars. I see a little coloration down there under God. Yeah, that's a milk spot. right there. There's another one under Y and above T. Wow. Yeah, they're milking up good. Milking up like crazy, I would say. Looks like there's some more between the rays above the wing by the A in America. Whew, this one's bad. So yeah, this one, definitely a lot of milk spots. So guys, what have we learned so far? Well, US Mint coins, they milk up. And, you know, whether you get them graded or not, 2 years later, you're gonna suffer the consequences. Here we go with the 2021 Philly. I see a milk spot underneath the chin. And believe me, 2 years ago, these coins definitely did not have these milk spots. At that time, I saw that they were nearly perfect. Enough so that I wasn't going to send them in, that they probably would have gotten 69s because maybe they had milk spots, but at that point they were like microscopic. But right now, you know, usually what happens is they grow. Those milk spots get bigger and badder and uglier over time. And there's nothing you can do about it. So, except for look back and get grossed out, I guess. I don't know. Let's check them all out. Let's see what we got here. Another Philly. This one actually looks okay. I don't see too much. There's something right there under the chin. Yeah, another big one under the chin. And I'm not even looking at these coins. I'm looking through the camera at these coins, and it's still noticeable. Still very noticeable. So, go figure. I don't see too much going on the reverse of this one. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was some. Now, I do remember seeing at least one milk spot on one of the Morgans that I had in my collection. So, we can subtract one milk spot from what we've seen already, because you know that one was already present. But okay, yeah, I vaguely remember this one had a little scratch on the cheek, what looked like a little chatter mark. That's still present, obviously, but I don't see any major issues here, any major milk spotting going on with this one. And this is the Carson City, the first Carson City that we're looking at. Not that it really matters. It wasn't even minted in Carson City, of course. But that's why they just call it a privy. That actually looks pretty good. I didn't see any milk spots, just the same issue that it arrived in. So we have one so far that didn't form a milk spot. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was the only one that we've seen so far that doesn't have a milk spot or some change after 2 years. I see some minor issues, but I don't see any major issues like the rest. It seems like these Carson City ones are faring a little bit better, actually, than some of the others. What do you think? Maybe there's a tiny something right over there above the arrow, between the wing and the arrow. I see a tiny milk spot, maybe. These are looking pretty good. Carson Cities, I guess, are getting a pass, pretty much. And we have one more to go through before this video is getting long. All right, so what do we see? Oh, we got another milk spot between the chin and the neck there, above the stars. Definitely a nice milk spot going on over there. Looks like there might be some, no, that was just dust. Check the reverse. It's just like a flake. Looks okay. I don't know, nothing's popping out at me right now. All right, so there we have it. We have looked through all of the Morgans and all of the Peace Dollars from 2021 and have determined that most of them have milked up, which I suspected was the case, even without having, really looked at them that much. But these are the uncirculated versions, and well, it would probably piss off a lot more people if the proofs milked up. But we know the proofs are a little bit different than the uncirculated. And while they still do milk up, I think we have yet to see whether or not milk spots are a real problem for proof coins. I don't know if they're that common because I don't have a whole lot of US Mint proof coins. I have a few reverse proofs. I never really got into the US Mint proof releases too hard. I think I have 2 of them or something. So I'm no expert there, but we're about to find out. And I wanted to remind everybody that those proof Morgans and Peace Dollars are coming out on very soon, like today or tomorrow. And if you were enrolled in their subscription program, then your card is most likely getting charged for your purchases right now, as mine have. Although I noticed that only the Morgans had gone through, and I checked on the US Mint website to see why the Peace Dollars did not charge on my account, and there was a note that they were in back order. So I'm not really sure what that means, but I guess it just means they're delayed. So I don't know if anybody else has experienced that, but I will most likely not be getting my Peace Dollars right away, or at least as soon as the Morgan. So, but as soon as I do get them, I will share and we'll take a close look. But I think this was a good warm up to that that next big release that a lot of people are looking forward to. So let's just talk about a few other things. I got these cool little float boxes for my silver pours, and to be honest, I didn't really buy these for myself. I kind of here's why I got them. So as you know, I do some silver pouring, and I've been doing a lot of experimentation on different methods lately. So I haven't poured a whole lot, but I've been working on getting here shortly. But as you can see, this is really nice and toned up, and the color remains mostly intact. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a couple of spots where the color kind of faded, and it's a little hard to see, but there's like maybe 2 or 3 spots where it's silver is shining through. And that's because I had these resting on the table, like this. And so the higher spots that are contacting the table after, getting moved about, kind of ruined the finish. I noticed on the just the tips, the high spots are barely noticeable. So and preserving this color was a very hard task to begin with, but as you can see, I've done a pretty good job of it, and I intend to keep it that way. So maybe actually putting these in capsules is not a bad idea. So I got these little float boxes that work pretty well, and they're just real nice direct fit. But I mainly got them for when I actually go to sell some of these, because I think this will be a cool presentation to ship them out in, and I might even tape them closed so they don't spring open in shipment. But eventually, we're not there yet. We're nowhere near there yet, but we'll get there eventually. I guess it's worth noting, though, that the amount of time and effort that I've spent into developing the silver pouring that I'm doing, not only in the design, but the several methods that I'm playing with to make it happen. And I do anticipate that I'm going to get even sharper detail going forward that you'll see, and in some upcoming videos when I finally get some success with that. But where was I? I lost my train of thought. What I'm getting at is that when I do actually go to market these kinds of products to whether it be a direct sale off of eBay or maybe Instagram, or if I finally get my own web page and start offering up my 3D printed boxes as well as my silver pours there, they're going to be extremely limited. And well, because they're hard to do. I'll just be quite honest. They're very hard. They're something I am very attached to. I love each piece is quite unique. And you know, if it's just 2 ounces of silver, great. Maybe that's, only $44 worth of material. But the amount of time and effort and preparation and everything that goes into minting these, it really puts it in a much higher price bracket. I hate to say it, but yeah, I can't let these go for anything less than like $75 an ounce. And I know it's kind of a tough pill to swallow, but yeah, it's kind of like where I think it would land price-wise is somewhere between $75 and $85 an ounce of silver. That means if this is a 2 ounce, and this is actually a 1.75 ounce, but if it were a 2 ounce, that means you're looking at, $160 to $170, somewhere around there for just one piece, which, gosh, it's tough because, I'm a stacker, and, who is going to buy my silver art at that price? But, that's not even until we get there, because to be honest, I'm in love with my art so much, I may not even sell it. I hate to say it, but it's like my family jewels now, it's awesome stuff. So like, I'm attached to each piece as they're all unique, and I'm not sure if I'm ready to sell it, but I definitely will at least share them on the channel. And there's more really cool stuff on the way, that is for sure. You just wait. I promise you that you will see some cool pours on this channel, stuff that nobody else is doing on YouTube. And I'm very excited for all that down the line. We'll get to it one thing at a time, but the 3D printed boxes are selling well, and I do have an announcement. This video is getting so long, and I apologize for that, but I do have a new box. So for you Silver Eagle stackers who keep their Silver Eagles in capsules for God knows what reason, especially direct fit, those 40 millimeter Silver Eagle capsules. Yeah, I made a box for 50, a 50 pack side by side, guardhouse style, 50 pack 40 millimeter capsule box. So I don't have it because I already sold it, but they're now in stock on eBay. Links down in the description if you're interested. Pick up some 3D printed boxes. I'm growing the variety of the boxes that I'm offering every day now. If there's a really interesting custom idea you have, I don't mind adding it into my repertoire. So, hit me up either down in the comments or through eBay, on my Instagram, Count Stackula, III. Maybe we can work out a deal. All right, so thank you so much for tuning in to Count Stackula on YouTube today. I hope you enjoy the content. There's going to be more coming soon. And yeah, well, that's going to do it. So Peace out, y'all. Catch you on the next one.